behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Paul Mash TV. Paul Mash TV.
Well, hello everybody, it's Paul Mash TV time again. Thank you so much for joining us. We got another great interview coming up for you shortly. But if you haven't already, go ahead and click that subscribe button and hit the bell. Anytime a new episode comes your way, you'll be notified, and feel free to leave a comment on the comment section. We'd love to hear from you there. And if you're on Facebook, follow us there at facebook.com/Paul Mash TV. And you can send us an inbox there and comment on the things you see there as well. And also, if you want to send us an email, you can. It's paulmashtv, all one word, at gmail.com. And if you're a band or a solo artist that wants some exposure and want to be on our show, just send us an email and we'll show you how to do that. And we also accept fan letters as well from that email address. So if you're just simply a fan, send us a letter and we'll get right back to you. And all this is going to be recapped at the closing credits at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. From Spokane, Washington today, we have Bo Haas, and also from Toronto, Canada, we have a second-time artist, Wolfe Milestone. We interviewed him about a year ago, and he's going to update us a little bit on that, and Bo's going to also update us and tell us a little bit about him. And it's a great interview, and I think you're going to enjoy it, and you'll love the song at the end because they're collaborating on a song, and we're going to get to that interview in just a second because it starts right now. Okay, here we are with the interview as promised, and with us for a second time, we have Wolfe Milestone from Toronto, Canada, and we have Bo with us from Spokane, Washington, and we're glad to have you both here today. Thanks for joining us.
Pleasures are, Paul.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to meet you, and so tell us a little bit about how you met Wolfe, and and overall how you got to be an artist, because everyone got their own walk of life, to be that way. I'm sure you got an interesting story.
Yeah, well, in dog years, I'm dead, so I'm going to try to synopsize what my career had been like. No, I was raised singing in the pews in the church. And, by the time I was in sixth grade, of course, we were doing the garage band thing and then the high school thing, and then sang in the Navy choir and sang for some pretty good bands like Gutshot and Kinesis, and then got married, started having a bajillion kids. And the wife thought that music was a young man's game, so I had to step out for a while. And then about 10 years ago, my mother was passing. And she was almost famous in World War II, singing for the boys overseas with Kate Smith and the Andrews Sisters and all that stuff. And she told me that I was being selfish by not sharing my gift with people again. And I started singing about 10 years ago, and it's got it gone crazy on its own. And then about 4 or 5 years ago, Wolfe and I were on another show where they were just playing our songs. And I heard his voice and I thought, him and a couple other guys, we might be able to do the Highwaymen. And so we did the Highwaymen with a couple of fellas and an accompanying video, and that dang thing went #1 on the international charts. And so Wolfe and I started talking about, hey, maybe together we'll do a duet someday. And about 8 months ago, he finally relented. And we did that song, Seven Spanish Angels, together, and people went crazy for it. And when we hit our harmonies, we went, uh-oh, something different's going on there. Wolfe, would you say that was a magic moment when we knew?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Keep on going, brother. I'm pretty much done.
Yeah. So, anyways, Paul, after we recorded those a couple of songs, a lot of people were saying you guys are like the new generation of duet singers. And I said to Paul or Bo one day, I said, "Hey, Bo, I think we're the new next generation. Like, let's do it now." So now we're recruiting new songs, and we're going to be getting new songs out there for everybody to enjoy, and our loyal listeners are going to love, such as the song you're going to be playing right about now.
Yeah, and it is a great song. We'll get to that in a minute though. But like you said, I think you mentioned the Highwaymen. They were good. Because they had a collection of different artists like Chris Christopherson and Johnny Cash, and all them were real legends, obviously.
Right.
And you mentioned a couple other ones that were good too. Would you say they were your influences there, Bo?
You mean as far as major singers?
Mm-hmm.
Singing influences in my life.
Yeah.
Well, I grew up in the 50s, so the first thing that hit you was Buddy Holly and then Elvis Presley. And
Right.
then from there, Paul McCartney. And then, believe it or not, that Motown sound. But we didn't play any Motown. In sixth grade, we were playing the Beatles and the Rolling Stones and anything else our parents would allow us. And so, times rotate out. People always say traditional country is dead. Wolf, you and I play quite a bit in front of people. What do they want to hear, traditional or some new crap-a-billy?
Well, they all like the classical country, which I believe in. I will always promote and believe that I want to sing from my heart. Thanks to my mother, taught me how to do everything like that on the piano.
Okay. Yeah. Why don't you tell us a little bit how we can find your music at, Bo? I mean, I'm sure it's on all streaming platforms, and maybe you can tell us also where we'd find you on all the social media sites like Facebook and so forth.
I appreciate that. Well, my association with Wolf, we've been the last couple of years with the COVID, we've really gone into producing with our small micro studio. We put out over 40 albums for artists and about 150 tunes on YouTube and music and vids. And so you can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, any of those venues. Bohos Music. You can do bohoscountry.com. We'll take you to my Facebook page. Also have, of course, everybody's got to have a website. So we got that too. Everything's under Bohos, Bohoss. And that came from my initials in Bo and then Hoss, because I'm kind of a big fella. And every time somebody wants something heavy, they're like, "Hey, Hoss, get over here." That's where the stage name came from.
Okay.
And Wolf's just a howling machine. His name's obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it sure is, Bo. I tell you, ever since you and I hooked up, things have really escalated, and I'm really, really honored and proud to be associated with you, because I know we got more and better things to come, thanks to our little ladies behind our background, Miss Cindy and Miss Kathy. So
Oh my gosh, yes.
we are two fortunate fellas. And Paul, I got to tell you, Paul, thanks again, brother. We really appreciate you taking the time to interview us.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, it's like chemistry. You put two chemicals together, you might get an explosion. That's Wolf and I. We're gonna make some music, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can see you two, being together for quite a while. So I especially this song, "Just to Satisfy You" is the name of the song. Why don't you tell us a little bit about this song? Is this like a cover, or is this something you both wrote together? Tell us a little bit about the song.
Wolf, go ahead, buddy.
Okay. Well, it's an old Waylon and Willie song from years ago, and we both liked it, and we talked about it, and we thought we would try a new, up and dated rendition of our singing styles and our music background to project a different sound, and we think it sounds really good.
Okay, yeah,
and we strayed true to the original arrangement. We tried to honor those fellas that went before us and made that song great.
Okay, well, yeah, it is a great song, and I've listened to it a couple times, and I know everyone out there is dying to hear it. And well, we're going to get to that in just a second. But Bohos and Wolfe Milestone, thank you so much for coming on the show. Come back anytime. We'd love to plug something new for you guys.
You got it, brother. Thank you so much.
Okay, and here it is.
Pleasure is ours, Paul.
Yeah, no problem.
We'll send you that free promo. I promise.
Okay, I appreciate that. And here it is. Without further ado, it's "Just to Satisfy You" by Bohos and Wolfe Milestone, and it starts right now.
gonna get hurt before you're through.
Someone gonna pay for the things you do.
How many hearts must break?
How many will it take just to satisfy you?
Just to satisfy you.
Another love, another fool to play your game.
Another love, another fool, they're all the same. Someone's gonna get hurt before you're through.
Someone gonna pay for the things you do.
You're gonna find when it's too late.
A heart that just won't break just to satisfy you.
Just to satisfy you.
How many hearts must break? How many will it take just to satisfy you? Just to satisfy you. Just to satisfy you. Just to satisfy you. Just to satisfy you. Just to satisfy you.
Someone's gonna get hurt before you're through.
Someone gonna pay for the things you do.
You're gonna find when it's too late. A heart that just won't break.
Just to satisfy you. Just to satisfy you.
Yeah,
Just to satisfy you. Just to satisfy you.
satisfy you.
Just to satisfy